Welcome to the next round of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation X tournament here on the HomeBoiz channel. We're going to have Chumley Huffington going up against Alexis Rhodes. Chumley here is running an all-beast deck, specifically an Australian deck, and he has a sort of mixed strategy. A lot of it is very defensive, revolving around gaining life points or specifically swarming the field with multiple copies of the same monster. And you do have just a little bit of a beatdown deck with cards that can boost its own attack or more specifically lower the opponent's attack points. The side deck furthers this strategy by giving him stronger monsters to work with or better monsters to allow for special summoning, drawing, and attack point changing. Looking at Alexis Rhode, she has a sort of ballerina deck with the Cyber Angel core. The Cyber Angel monsters are a series of ritual monsters that are fairy types, and they all kind of just revolve around summoning them out as quickly as you can. You can also ritual summon using your graveyard with the spell card Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. The trap cards are meant to protect some of her monsters and do just a little bit of negation. Overall, they aim to sort of slowly overpower your opponent with the rituals and the fusion. And the side deck replaces a lot of the fusion cards that she was running before in order to focus on a hardcore, much more consistent ritual-based strategy. But with all that being said, let the duel begin. Round 1 between the two duelists, with Alexis Rhodes taking the first turn. She's going to play 3 whole face down cards and summon the Blade Skater with 1400, no effect, and pass over to Chumley. Chumley has absolutely nothing to respond with. He just C-sets and passes. Alexis is going to be swinging in with her Blade Skater, and she's going to run into the Desk Koala, who not only has 1800, but will do an extra 400 for the 1 card in Alexis's hand. But we're going to see the counter trap card Pure Pupil activate instead. So since she has a monster with 1000 or less attack points, which would be the Cyber 2/2, she can negate the effect and destroy the monster, allowing her to completely bypass the Koala in order to score a direct attack on his life points with the Cyber 2/2. Now she's going to use the quick play spell Prima Light, which evolves Cyber 2/2 into the Cyber Prima, who on summon can destroy all spell cards on the field, which, you know, she's not going to do. They're all face down. We can't tell if they're spell or traps, but she does get that nice 2300 points of damage. Chumley can only set a monster and end his turn here. So Blade Skater is going to run over the Eucalyptus Mole, who can summon a Koala from his deck. On top of that, Animal Trail will activate here, so when a beast dies in battle, he gets to add another beast to his hand, which it looks like he chose the Desk Kangaroo, and Eucalyptus Mole will summon the big Koala to the field with a very threatening 2700 attack points. Prima isn't going to make a single attack, and Alexis is going to end her turn there. And Chumley draws into Polymerization, fusing his Desk Kangaroo with his big Koala in order to make the Master of Oz. I will state, though, he did make a misplay here because he could have easily used the big Koala in his hand. That way he could have Oz and Koala on the field at the same time. Moving on, though, he's going to be normal summoning the Nimble Momonga with 1000 attack points. It'll let him gain life points when it dies in battles, which he's going to suicide with it. That way he gets 1000 points and 2 extra bodies onto the field. We're going to see the Master of Oz attack the Blade Skater for what would have been nearly 3000 points of damage, but Alexis instead is going to be using her trap card Double Passe. So instead, the 2 monsters will perform direct attacks on the opposing player. So Chumley will lose 14, and Alexis will take the 4200 straight to the face, keeping her Blade Skater alive for yet another turn. Now, I personally wouldn't have gone for that strategy. I kind of would have just let it tank, but I'm sure that she has something in mind, and it looks like she didn't. She's just going to switch them both into defense mode. Diane Kettle, the Cure Master, is going to give Chumley an extra 1000 life points, so he's slowly climbing up there. He has 4900, and sacrificing the 2 Momonga will allow him to normal summon the big Koala to his field, and both Koalas will tag team Alexis' side of the field in order to destroy her monsters. She has the Ritual Sanctuary, which throwing away a spell card will give her a ritual spell, and that's nice and all, but she has no ritual monsters to work with. So Chumley, with the wide open field on Alexis' side, will go in for the kill and use the big March of Animals just to do add a little flavor of disrespect, winning him the first round. Round 2 between Chumley and Alexis, and with a newfound confidence, Chumley is going to be taking the first turn. He's simply going to set a monster, use Diane Keto to gain 1,000 points, and end his turn. Alexis is going to actually use the Pot of Greed to allow her to draw 2 more cards, which is a powerful start, especially in combination with the reinforcement of the army, which will let her get a level 4 or lower warrior monster to her deck. And it looks like she picked a Cyber Gymnast because she knew she was going to sacrifice the Gymnast for the Machine Angel ritual, letting her summon the level 8 ritual Cyber Angel Dakini. Now with Cyber Angel Dakini here, as soon as it gets special summoned, the opponent will destroy one of their own monsters, and with only one monster on the field, there goes the Desk Koala, which actually would have been a great strategy, especially with all the searching and drawing Alexis was doing, because then she would have taken 400 points of damage for every single one of those cards. Unfortunately for Chumley, she thought way past such a simple strategy, and she's going to be swinging in directly for 2,700, setting a card and ending her turn. Chumley has no way to respond to this, so he's simply going to set a monster and pass. Now we're going to see the Cyber 2/2 hit the field. Dakini's going to be swinging in, and it can in fact do piercing battle damage to Chumley. But the Bubonic Vermin will allow Chumley to summon a second copy of it straight from the deck, so he will be able to block Cyber 2/2's attack and get one last Vermin face down onto his field before Alexis passes her turn. Going back to Chumley, he's going to normal summon the Eucalyptus Mole. He's probably going to crash into the Cyber 2/2 in order to get the big Koala, but Alexis won't allow him to do that because she has the powerful Solemn Judgment Trap card, which can negate the summon of any monster at the cost of half of her life points. So Chumley is forced to just end his turn there. We're going to see Ritual Sanctuary activate, and the Ritual Sanctuary will allow her to throw away a spell card in order to get the Machine Angel Ritual back to her hand. And it looks like she's going to actually grab the Machine Angel Absolute Ritual, which could allow her to potentially ritual summon using her graveyard. Dakini's going to run over the Vermin, 2/2's going to swing in for an extra 1,000, and Chumley is on his absolute last legs, playing a face down card along with Death Kangaroo and Wild Nature's Release, bumping up his attack points based on his own defense points, bringing him up to 3,200, getting rid of Dakini once and for all. However, Alexis has the Machine Angel Ritual in her graveyard, which can banish itself in order to protect a Cyber Angel from being destroyed. And at the end of the turn that you use Wild Nature's Release, your monster that got boosted gets destroyed, leaving Chumley wide open for direct attacks. That is game. Final round between Chumley Huffington and Alexis Rhode, and Chumley is actually going to elect to go first once again, but yet accomplish nothing but a T-set. We're going to see Cyber Petite Angel summon here, so there goes the Cyber Angel Ritual, and the Machine Angel Ritual, is going to be activating here, using the Cyber 2/2 Bun, and I believe the Petite Angel in order to get the level 6 Cyber Angel Benton with 1,800, but when 2/2 Bun is used for a ritual summon, she'll get back the Machine Angel Ritual that's in her graveyard, and we're going to see a set card before Benton runs over the Eucalyptus Mole. And when Benton manages to kill someone in battle, Chumley's going to be taking damage equal to his monster's defense points, which is doubly not good since he has a pretty defensive deck to begin with. But Eucalyptus Mole will allow him to get the big Koala out on the field straight from his deck, not stopping him from taking 1,300 points of damage though. We're going to see the Polymerization activate here, fusing into the Master of Oz once again with the not to be fucked with 4,200 attack points, setting a monster, running over the Benton quite easily, and passing it back over to Alexis. Now, with Blade Skater and Polymerization in her hand already, she draws into the reinforcement of the army to get the missing Peach. I'm actually completely mistaken. She's going to be using the reinforcement of the army to grab a Cyber Gymnast instead, who can destroy a monster on the field by throwing away a card. So she's going to completely give up her fusion play there in order to get rid of the Master Oz completely, which is an admirable move, and Chumley has no way of really dealing with the Gymnast at the moment either. So it's going to be back to Alexis. We're going to see the Pot of Greed hit the field, and now is the Machine Angel Ritual, using the Blade Skater with, I'm assuming, the Cyber Gymnast. For the level 8 Cyber Angel Dakini with 2700, and as we all know, Dakini will blow up a monster on Chumley's field of his choice with only one monster to choose from, but to make sure that he's protected, Scapegoat's going to activate, giving him 4 whole sheep tokens. However, that's not enough to protect him though, because Dakini can do piercing battle damage. Chumley takes 27, leaving him at a half-life. He's going to set a card face down and end his turn there. Very, very short turns coming from Chumley. Now we're going to see Alexis draw into the Machine Angel Absolute Ritual, which will put monsters in her graveyard back into her deck, allowing her to ritual summon the level 10 Cyber Angel Vrash. Now, Cyber Angel Vrash, it seems like monsters your opponent controls, it seems like Cyber Angel Vrash has the ability to blow up fusion monsters, so if she wasn't able to get rid of Master of Oz before, she would have been able to do it with the Vrash and do 1,000 points of damage each. It doesn't look like she has any other effects though, so it's just a 3,000 body on the field. Dakini's going to run over a token for 27, activating Chumley's Animal Trail, which lets him get the Sea Koala to his hand straight out of his deck. And Vrash is going to get rid of a token, leaving him with 1 left. Doesn't have a whole lot of options here, but he's going to normal summon the Sea Koala, which has the ability to drop one of Alexis's monsters to 0, but she has the Solemn Judgment in order to negate the summon and destroy that monster. However, he has the spell card Ayer's Rock Sunrise, which will activate by throwing away his entire hand, special summoning a beast from his graveyard, and then lowering Alexis's monsters by 200 attack points for every single beast, beast warrior, plant, and winged beast in Chumley's graveyard. Of course, he has quite a decent number of monsters in there. He's going to bring out the Master of Oz, reduce her attack points by what seems like 1,200 points each, and to top it all off, he has a face-down Wild Nature's Release, which will add 3,700 points of defense onto Master of Oz's 4,200 points of attack in order for a grand total of 7,900. And Chumley Huffington wins this duel.